Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how easy it is to blur a moving face or object using Final Cut Pro. So if you're using Final Cut Pro and you've got something in your video that you want to blur, like maybe somebody's face or a license plate, you can do it pretty easily. And if you've ever done this with an image, you know it's pretty easy to select an area and apply an effect to it. But the problem is in video is that objects move. So every frame the object is in a slightly different spot. So you have to do that for every frame. But fortunately, Final Cut Pro will track an object and apply the blur across your video without you having to meticulously change its position with each frame. Let's start with a fresh new library here in Final Cut Pro. I'll just create a sample one here in my movies folder, and I'm going to create a new project inside that library. I'll just use the default names here. And now I'm going to drag a clip into it, just a file here. I'm going to drag it in to the main timeline. Let's zoom in a little bit here so we could see it. And we could see it's two people that are walking and talking. And you can see that the positions of their faces are changing throughout. So we can apply a blur, but it's going to stay in the same spot. Actually, when we first apply a blur, it's going to apply the entire thing. Let's do that. I'm going to bring up the effects here on the right by clicking this button. And then I'm going to go to blur and I'm going to look for Gaussian blur here. I'm going to drag and drop that onto this. And you can see it blurs the entire thing, which isn't what we want. We just want a portion of it blurred. So we're going to go here to the inspector on the right. You've got many different modes for the inspector, so make sure you're on this first one here and you'll see everything that has to do with the selected clip. So the clip needs to be selected here on the timeline. We've got the Gaussian blur that we've added. You should see it listed here. We can switch it on and off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tell Final Cut Pro to only blur a certain area under a shape in the video. I'm going to move away from the first frame here and go somewhere more in the middle like this. And then I'm going to add the shape by going to the Gaussian blur there. And I'm going to look for this little button here. Click that. And now you can add a shape mask. And now I've got just the blur inside this area here. What I want to do is I'm going to grab it in here and move it and put it so it's centered right over that person's face. Then I also want to resize it. Now I can grab any of these three dots here and I can change the shape, but I'm going to want to grab it and then before I move my pointer, hold the shift key down and that'll keep this circular here. So I'm not just changing the height, I'm changing the height and width at the same time. So I want to bring it right over that person's face. Now the area where the blur drops off, it goes to this outer circle here. So I want to grab the outer circle. You have to wait till it's white there. It's a little tricky to grab. And I'll bring that in as well, like that. So that looks pretty good, but notice that it's not following the person. It's only there in that one frame. Next thing I want to do is go to Tracker, and I want to Analyze. And it's going to analyze forward and backward in the video. And it's going to try to follow the object. So you can see how it did it there. And you can see here where it drops off in the timeline because that person actually leaves the frame. So I now have it blurring that person's face as they move around like that. I could still go in here, select this track. I could reanalyze and I could change things. I can make the area bigger, for instance, like that, or rotate. And it will adjust if I were to change it somewhere and maybe move it. You could see how it's only in that one spot like that. So the idea is I would make the change there and then I would click Analyze again to recognize a difficult spot. In this case, it was pretty easy to follow that one person, but in some cases it might be harder. So you have to play around with it. If you find these videos valuable, consider joining the more than 3,000 others that support MACMOST through Patreon. You get exclusive content, course discounts, and more. You can read about it at macmost.com/Patreon. Now let's add another video here. And this is a typical thing where you want to blur out a license plate, right? So you can see the first license plate is available only to a certain point there at the beginning of the video. Let's get it to somewhere in the middle like that. So we'll leave the playback head right there. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of assigning a blur, which we certainly could, I'm going to go to Stylize, and I'm going to go down to Pixelate. I'm going to drag and drop Pixelate onto it. And it's going to pixelate everything here. And I can set the amount like that. Now, I can make it pixelate only under a shape, just like we were doing before. So I'm going to go and click the shape button here and add a shape mask. And now I'm going to take this little white dot here. You see the 4 green dots. You got the white dot, and you could make this more of a square shape. And now I can actually make it a rectangle, and I could center it over the license plate here. Now let's make it fit pretty tightly to the license plate like that. Let's grab the outer area there. It's a little tricky. You got to get it to be white there, and we can have it not drop off as much or not drop off at all like that. And now we've got that, but it's not following it. So we'll do the tracker again, and we'll do analyze. So now we could see here over the course of when that car is there, it tracks pretty well. But then it starts to track other things. You can see it's still there. So what you want to do is you can go to where it's just about to drop off completely, like right there. And I could go in and cut it. Use B to go to blade. And I can cut. And now I've got here 2 clips, the one that's got the object tracking and the one that doesn't. That's definitely the easy way to deal with that situation when it doesn't recognize that the tracking is ended. So those are the basics of how to do it in Final Cut Pro. It gets a lot more difficult, and you have to adjust it a lot more if there's a lot going on in your video. But in most cases, I found it works pretty well just doing it automatically. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.